Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to WWE News and Rumors. I'm your host, Brandon Nudge. This video is brought to you guys by SeatGeek. So you guys are looking for tickets for any event in the entire world, get them through SeatGeek. Use my last name, code Hodge, at checkout, and you'll get $20 off your tickets. This is for your first time orders only, so if you used it before, make a new account, and you can still use the code Hodge to get you guys $20 off any ticket for any event in the entire world. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and jump into this episode of WWE News Rumors with the first news story of the day. The first news story of the day is about none other than one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. This is about none other than Bret the Hitman Hart, guys. I cannot believe this. I had to wear the Canadian shirt here for this because, of course, Bret Hart's Canadian. I mean, that was pretty obvious if you know anything about Bret Hart. But basically, Bret Hart is coming back to the WWE. Thank goodness. I'm so happy to see this. It's been so long since we saw Bret on our WWE television sets, and I'm so happy to see this. So basically, yeah, it's happening this Monday. Literally, hopefully everyone's got the memo by now. It's happening actually tomorrow. The day I'm filming this is Sunday. Maybe you're watching this after it's happened and maybe it was awesome. I don't know, but all I know is Bret Hart's gonna be there and I could not be more freaking happy. One of my favorite wrestlers back in the WWE. I want to talk more about what he's gonna do in the rumor part of this video, which I guess it's time to do that now. So ladies and gentlemen, it is now that time. Go and get those juice boxes out, ladies and gentlemen. Get those juice boxes ready. Because ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to talk about some juicy rumors. The first rumor, of course, we're going to continue on the whole Bret Hart topic. So, we talk about what's confirmed. He's announced for the show. He's going to be doing something on the show. He's going to be on Raw, and I'm happy about that. But what's he going to be on the show? Now we're in the rumor part of this video. Well, there's a lot of things you could have Bret Hart do. Have come out there and wave and leave, or be a part of a segment or something. So he's going to be part of some type of segment, and this segment is going to be none other, the rumors are saying, none other than with our current World Heavyweight Champion, Gunther. I mean, that makes sense. The World Heavyweight Champion, got Bret the Hitman Hart in there, one of the greatest of all time. And I can't wait to see where the segment's going to go. I mean, it's going to be very cool, very entertaining. But we're going to have to see. I mean, it's freaking Bret Hart and Gunther in the same ring, and Bret Hart back in the WWE ring. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. Raw is going to be freaking awesome tomorrow. Alright, the next rumor. The next rumor is about WWE live events / WWE house shows. So, WWE do something called house shows. If you don't know what house show is, basically it is a live event that's done in front of a crowd that is not on TV. It's only for the crowd who attends the show live. They do many of these, usually multiple a week, sometimes 2 or 3 of these a week. But there's been an interesting change since Triple H has taken over and things have switched over recently. So going forward, like for the rest of this year, for this entire fall and winter, there is actually not really many house shows at all. So instead of doing like 3 a week like they used to do, you're cutting down to 1 a week, and then some weeks there's not even 1 to begin with. So it's a giant change. Wrestlers are loving this, and everyone's pretty much loving this because wrestling is kind of at a low point in the fall and winter. Nothing really like jumps up as far as popularity and crazy things happening until about Royal Rumble time, until we're on the road to WrestleMania. So usually around this time, it kind of slows down, and it's kind of like a low point. Survivor Series is our last little like big show, but of the big 4 is definitely the smallest one. So ultimately, yeah, that's what they decided. They said, this is a low point for wrestling. This is kind of where our off season really should be, even though we don't do an off season. We probably never will do an off season. This is where it should be. This is our low point, but nonetheless, we're going to kind of have a midst of an off season. It's going to be kind of a slow season. So instead of doing all these shows a week, we got to remember those 3 house shows a week, and then with plus TV, that could be 5, 6 times you're wrestling or whatever in a freaking week, or maybe 5 times a week at most. I don't know. But ultimately, things have slowed down. So now maybe you're just going to be working like 1 day a week or 2 days a week or something like that. So it's really, really cool to see that they're actually slowing down and giving, especially around the holidays like Thanksgiving and Christmas and all that stuff that all the wrestlers will be celebrating. But yeah, pretty much in the whole existence of the WWE, they've never really cut down house shows to this magnitude, so this is kind of cool to see. Alright, the next rumor is about a wrestler none other than Jacob Fatu. So what is this rumor going to be about? So basically, he's been brought in, fairly recently, but apparently since being there, Jacob Fatu has really made a good impression on the powers that be at WWE. They're really liking the guy. So much so that next week he's getting a title shot against Cody Rhodes for the championship. I mean, that's freaking awesome. But apparently they really like this guy as far as all the energy he's brought on TV and how he's just adapted straight to the WWE format without any like WWE really training, just kind of brought right up and it just kind of works and just fits in perfectly and just does a great job. I mean, it was just amazing. Like normally when you see someone called up And I'm not even talking like an NXT call-up. I'm talking just someone who gets signed and brought right to the main roster. Normally, it takes them a little bit to kind of get used to things, but not for Jacob Fatu. And apparently, he's been doing so incredible behind the scenes, on camera, and everything that they really see him as a future star for the company, a main guy, and they want to keep having him do stuff. I guess this is kind of like a trial kind of thing. How to main event the show. I mean, he doesn't really need a trial because the dude's already freaking awesome, but they see him as like a freaking main star in the future, a future like main eventer for the company to kind of be one of the guys at the company. So this is a huge deal considering the guy's only been in the WWE a few months. He's done absolutely wonderful. And you gotta love to hate the guy, because you know, screw the new bloodline. I'm an OG bloodline, the real ones. That's me. I don't know about you guys though. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, and this is actually it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the final news story, final rumor, final thing we talk about inside this episode of WWE News Rumors. This is about none other than CM Punk and what his future plan is going forward, or not his plan, what's the plan for Punk, what's his next feud, what's going on. So his first feud in the WWE was Drew McIntyre. It looks like that's kind of ending sooner than expected. I figured this feud would go all the way up to like Royal Rumble, and then Royal Rumble would have something new, but apparently no, it's just gonna be going for a little bit longer. By Survivor Series, Punk is gonna have a whole brand new feud, whole brand new match. So apparently, here's the rumor, guys, that's Survivor Series 2024. We're actually having CM Punk face the current World Heavyweight Champion, Gunther. He's going to get a World Heavyweight Championship shot, I guess, at Survivor Series. Now, this is not until all the way in November, so you have a little time for the Drew McIntyre thing to kind of wrap up and kind of go somewhere. I know things are, like, at a high point right now, but apparently it's going to end by then. And then by Survivor Series time, we're going to have Punk going for the title. And this is a rumor, so take it with a grain of salt. But this is cool. I mean, I don't even know what the plan is. I know they're saying it's going to be Seth Rollins versus Punk at WrestleMania if Rollins is able to do that. He's dealing with some kind of chronic injury right now. So all the best to Seth Rollins there. But that Seth Rollins feud was literally set up from the gate to be like the first feud. But McIntyre kind of took the place because he injured Punk. And that's how we do in wrestling. If someone injures someone, you're going to fight with them. If you have real life problems with someone, you're going to go fight with them inside the ring and settle it inside that squared circle. Basically, that's the plan, is to wrap up this Drew McIntyre CM Punk feud before Survivor Series. And then before Survivor Series, we're going to set up the feud for Gunther versus CM Punk. He's going to get a title shot somehow. And that's basically the rumor of what's happening for the World Heavyweight Championship match at Survivor Series. It's going to be CM Punk versus Gunther for the title. So you guys, that's actually do it for this episode of WWE News Rumors. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts on all these news stories and rumors in the comment section down below. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm your one and only undisputed king of Vlog Stop Radio Nudge, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video.